Hello and welcome to Tim Farmer's Country Kitchen. Hello, Mrs. Farmer.
Hello.
You're looking pretty tonight.
Oh, you look pretty handsome yourself.
Pretty handsome?
Very handsome. Very handsome.
You know what, I say we're in Tim Farmer's Country Kitchen, but we're actually in Kelly Kinman's Country Kitchen.
Oh, yeah.
Say that.
Kelly Kinman's Country Kitchen. I like it.
Say it 3 times.
Kelly Kinman's Country Kitchen.
Kelly Kinman's Country Kitchen.
I can't do it.
Isn't it pretty?
It is really
she
pretty.
Just built the house. Apparently we're paying her way too much.
I think so. It's a nice house.
She's got a beautiful home.
Yes,
and she's letting us use her kitchen.
Can we leave all the dishes here then?
Hey.
I like that.
I think we should. Our house is a wreck.
Yes, it is.
It really is nasty. Now, a lot of people have said, why in the world would you want to be ripping your cabinets out? Let's talk about our kitchen real quick. We're doing this not just for us, but for you too. Let's think about our kitchen. Let's look at a shot here. Here's us cooking in our kitchen. Now look behind us, directly behind us. Those soffits above us, we don't have any cabinet space. I can't find any spices anywhere.
Yeah.
Those soffits were wasted space. They go all the way around the whole kitchen. We're redoing our kitchen so we'll have more space so we can find things.
I'm excited.
We're cooking for you.
Yeah.
And it was kind of tricky because we needed to cook in front of you on the counter.
Right.
And we had like this little camping burner which we set up. We don't want to do that. We're putting an in-counter gas burner so you can see what we're doing. Double oven behind us so we can just pull it down. We're getting there.
Yes, we
We've
are.
got the floor in. Countryside Cabinets came in and put the cabinets in. We're getting there.
We're still living in the upstairs though, kind of.
You know what? It's not terrible.
No, I'm washing dishes in the bathroom.
Washing dishes
in the tub. Yeah, and I'm cooking out in the garage some.
But we're getting there.
Yeah.
But thank you, Kelly, for letting us use your kitchen.
I say we move in.
Now, something that happened last week, I feel better today than I've felt in a long time. I was a little under the weather. I had a little stomach thing going, and you talk about a great diet plan. I lost 6 pounds in 2 days.
By not eating.
And I was like, I didn't want anything to eat. And I said, Nikki, can you make me something, what would you fix for you?
Right.
We got Mac's bag out, and we had radishes, sweet potatoes, carrots, onions, kale, spinach, all the wintertime stuff that you normally think about getting. She brought me this. I'm not crazy about radishes.
Right.
I'm really
but they're
not.
so good for you. I've been reading. You needed radishes.
They're very good for you.
That's right.
So here I was, just feeling really bad, and Nicki brings me. I was just eating beef broth. Yeah. Basically. So she brings me this concoction. Just tell us what you did. Tell us exactly. Don't change anything because I loved what you did.
Well, I won't. Well, I got into Mac's bag and look at the 2 different radishes. So I did at least peel those. I'm like, what can we do with these? Usually you put them in a salad. I thought I'm gonna try making them into a soup or something. So I took the radishes. He had a sweet potato, which loves sweet potatoes. The other day we roasted that. Carrots, a little bit of an onion, and I thought, you know what? What if I make this into soup and puree it down and see if you'll eat it? And you did.
But when she brought it to me, it had, I guess it was a little red color from the carrots. It almost looked like a bisque.
And the sweet potato too, right. It gets like an orange color to it. And
I'm gonna hush, you just do what you do.
And I can't find the chicken bouillon cubes. Everything's in boxes. I found beef bouillon, so I have chicken broth with beef bouillon, which we never do, but it actually turned out pretty good, didn't it?
Let me tell you what, even if you don't like radishes, this combination is magic. It's accidental magic, but we eat what we eat. This is a show where we actually cook. Tonight, the things that we make are what we make at home and wanted tonight.
Right. What is this, like a root soup? Root soup?
This is, you could be called Nicki's root soup. So if you don't feel so good at your belly, this is Nicki's magic elixir.
And I started with carrots, and I didn't even peel them, because remember, I just kind of cut them little, thin slices.
Now normally at Tim Farmer's Country Kitchen, you would not see a pink knife.
No, Kelly has cute pink stuff. I like her stuff.
Kelly can use whatever color she wants.
That's right. This is a good knife, I like it. I did the same thing with the onion. I did nothing special, because I'm gonna use that
And this is a yellow sweet onion.
Right, an immersion blender later, so after all this boils down, I'm just gonna chop it all up. I didn't peel this either.
So you love peeling on that?
I'm thinking, yeah,
hey,
I was lazy.
What? That's maybe how you healed me. All these healing properties and all these wonderful.
And it was actually me being lazy, and I was out in the garage, it was really cold, and I wanted to be quick.
Been cooking in the garage.
That's right, be cooking in the garage. All right, I'm gonna peel, this is, I guess.
Black radish?
A black radish. So I did peel that, but I had a knife at our house. I didn't have a nice peeler like Kelly's, because I couldn't find it. I can't find anything. I can't find anything in the house.
Like, I worked on my stew there for a while. I kept adding different things, and one of the days you try this little magic ingredient, and boom, there you go.
It's good.
I will never forget this. Anytime I'm sick, I'm gonna want this. Even if I'm not sick.
Root soup. This is our root soup.
I like it.
This is a white, and these are big radishes. I'm used to little radishes in the store. So this is smell that. It actually smells pretty good.
It smells like a turnip.
Yeah. I'm gonna just cut the ends off. This is my big hunk of butter.
So this is exactly like you made.
This is what I did. I was out there just chopping in the pan. And I have a bunch of butter here. I probably have, wow, what would you say there?
I don't think that's that much butter.
Don't you? Because that was in the fridge and I just used what I had.
I would say that's, I don't know, half a stick of butter.
All right. Now see, I got 2 beef bouillon cubes there too.
All right.
Just put it all in a pot.
So 2 beef bouillon cubes. I'm going to remember this in case you're gone another sec. Working.
We'll throw our butter in. And then I poured a whole container of chicken broth because that's what I found.
Okay. I love, now, you know, we've been experimenting with our root vegetables too. We did a dish not too long ago where we just put the root vegetables in a pan, and Lois does this as well. And you just put olive oil in that and just basically a little salt and pepper, popped it in the oven. It's absolutely wonderful. So now you took it a little bit of salt.
A little bit of salt and pepper, even though I had the beef bouillon. I sat off there, you know me.
2 cubes of beef bouillon.
Yep.
And we like our pepper.
A little bit, we always like pepper.
Thank you, Glenn.
For Glenn. And then, ready to boil.
Best stuff I ever ate in my life.
Boil it up.
Boil it up. I want to know step by step. So explain to me, after you boil them up and they get soft, what's next?
Right. I'm going to use the immersion blender.
Okay.
And you remember the other night I left a little bit of chunks. We're going to go ahead and do it slow and leave a little bit of chunks in there. And then I'm going to add some whipping cream to it, about probably 3/4 of a cup. I really didn't measure, I just poured it in there until it looked good. And we're going to mix it up and have a little bit of chunks, and it's delish.
This is a show a little bit different maybe from most because we actually make what we find or what's...
Right.
If the seafood truck's going through, if I see Barry is in the neighborhood, I'm gonna grab a hold of what he's got on board. Some very simple recipes, not very good. I'm still a little tweaky.
Yeah.
You know, I've had a little bit of stomach
And we can't
on.
find anything at the house, so I'm glad you got us some seafood. I don't know where anything is.
Along with this, one of my favorite things if I'm having seafood or some Cajun food, I got this recipe probably 25 years ago from a chef. I went to his restaurant and I had the best black bean soup I've ever had in my life. And I had that along with some, I think we were having some kind of gumbo or something like that. And I begged him to give me the recipe.
Did he?
And after his like 4th bourbon,
Yeah, he gave it to you.
he told me what was in that soup. I was buying that night. This is tremendous. It might not be as good as your soup because that's my new favorite. But if you like black bean soup, this is the best in the world. Now, you buy your black beans and you can buy those dry. And what I do is I'll pour however much I'm gonna make, just enough for you and I.
Right.
I'll pour them in a bowl. I'll just cover them with water, boil them for about an hour. Okay? Then leave them setting in that water for about another hour. Then I'll come back and I'll rinse that water off, put the beans back in, and I'll let them cook down. I might put a little ham or something in there to flavor them up. And we've got about, I don't know, I'd say 25 ounces maybe.
No, I like the bowl. That was a wedding present.
That was from Tater Knob through Soaps and Such.
Yeah, Soaps and Such sells these. Aren't they cute?
They're beautiful.
I love
They're
that.
handmade. In fact, take a look at them making these right here real quick. Tater Knob, we love those folks. Here's our base. Now you think about this. You think I watch people in the kitchen. I've been in a lot of chefs' kitchens.
Yes, you have.
And most soups have a base. Most of the time that base is not just water. If you really want to taste good, get you some chicken broth.
Right.
Get you some, and boil it down yourself. We didn't have the opportunity to do it this time.
We have no place to boil it.
I have no place to boil, but I'm going to put just enough in there. Now, as this is cooking, as this is boiling, this is going to cook down some. This is just enough for you and I. I'm not making a huge pot full.
Okay.
We're going to put about a half tablespoon of chicken bouillon in there. That brings the salt in and all those flavors. A little bit of this stuff. I love this stuff.
Nature seasoning.
Nature seasoning. It's just absolutely wonderful. No MSG. You might get a little MSG in your chicken.
That's okay though.
But that's okay.
Yeah.
All right, then we're going to come back with black pepper for Glenn. He would be very upset.
If we didn't put pepper, you got
Well, if he knew we were using this much and taking it off the market, he'd be very upset.
That's true.
Then I'm going to come with just a little cumin, however you want to say that. I'm going to put a dash, and then another little dash, and then one baby more dash.
That's good.
That depends on
Smells
what you want. Then I'm going to come in with my cilantro. Ms. Farmer, if you cut that up real fine, and I'm not going to put this in at the end. I'm going to put this in.
Let it cook in it?
During the whole cook, because I want that flavor in there. Now, we'll save a little bit for the end and top it with it, but I want that flavor embedded in this soup. Let's get it put on the stove and start it cooking. We're going to take some onions, cut these up real fine. Okay. We're going to put them on the stove, and we're going to cook them until they're translucent. Then you got the onions and the butter and that flavor. You're adding to that little bit of salt. Now, I kid you not, that combination of the carrots, the sweet potatoes, and the radishes, that's it, right?
Yeah, and a little onions.
And the onions. And don't forget the onions. It's magic. And look, if you look at it, it looks almost like a bisque.
Is that delish? What is it? Is it the sweet potato?
That is a beautiful, beautiful mixture. And when I could eat nothing else, I could tolerate this.
We ate the whole pot, didn't we, the other night?
She didn't make it for me because at the time I could only eat beef broth.
Well, you were eating beef broth. That's why I had the
said,
bouillon.
well, here, just try this. And I said, bring me a bowl.
I know. I said, try it. I like it. You might like it.
This is fabulous.
This is good.
And I know some people are thinking radishes, sweet potatoes, carrots, onions.
Can't even describe the taste.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's really good, isn't
It's
it?
almost like a fall soup. You know, sometimes you might get
Yeah.
a little butternut. Just the sweet and the salty, just the right balance. And it really made my stomach feel better.
Yeah.
Just wonderful stuff.
Thank you. I'm glad you like it.
My new favorite soup, except for my black beans.
I can't wait.
It's Valentine's,
Yes, it is.
so I'm fixing stuff you like.
You better.
You know why?
Why?
Because you're kind of cute and stuff.
And that means you love me. Oh.
Stop it. This is rated G.
I know you did.
Goodness gracious. All right, now here's the deal. You love those.
I do love. Those are the best ever.
Royal Reds.
Yeah.
They taste like lobster.
It is lobster.
So here's what we're going to do. Look what I found. Are these not cute?
Those are neat.
Little lodge pans?
Yeah.
So I thought we could do this in a ramekin, or we can do it in this.
Your favorite.
Cast iron. I love cast iron. We can't be outside right
That's
now
right.
because it's 2 degrees. But anyhow, here's what we're going to do. I know how you love your shrimp.
I do.
And I know how you love butter. I like mine with cocktail sauce. You like it with butter. And
I
you
do.
like garlic. So I browned you some garlic in butter.
I was eating it right out of the pan.
I know, I saw you. Can't control you. Here's something else. I pulled this out of the trash because I threw it at Conica. I suppose that's how they pronounce it. I got this off Barry's truck. Evergreen, Alabama. I don't know. Now, I make some pretty mean smoked sausage.
Yeah, you do.
But let me tell you what. If you want something extraordinary, outstanding, Conica. My mouth is watering because I'm looking at that particular piece of sausage. What happened to the other one, Nikki?
You ate it all.
I ate it all
You
because
did.
I'm feeling better.
I didn't get any.
We can get some of this.
Okay.
Now, we already boiled these a little bit, enough to where they're good to go. I'm just going to put it in the oven. We're warming the oven up to 425. We've already cooked some rice. Okay. And first of all, we're going to take some garlic olive oil
Yeah,
because you like your garlic.
I do. And it's olive oil. It's good for us.
And that's olive oil. We talked to Dr. Matt about
That's
that.
right.
And yes, people are asking, will you have Dr. Matt back on? Don't you think it's a great idea if we're doing a cooking show to actually find out what foods do to your body, what's good for you, what's bad for you?
Oh, yeah.
So Matt told us about vegetable oil.
I didn't know
You know
that.
what? I may clean some stuff with it, but I'm done using it for food. What's more important than what we put in our bodies? Yeah, we're gonna cheat every now and then.
Right, we gotta cheat a
We're
little.
gonna have a fish fry, we're gonna eat some Oreos.
Right, I got some sugar.
And Doritos and some sugar. I'm gonna do it.
Right.
Almost every day, but you know, within reason.
Right.
Now we're gonna go way over my head and we're gonna talk about nutrigenomics.
Oh, I know
What
all
is
about
that?
All about that.
No, you don't.
Okay,
Neither do
no, I don't.
Matt does.
Yes, he does.
Because that's what he does. That's what he loves. That's what I wish I could tap into his brain all the time, but you know, he'd be telling me what not to eat when I'm
That's
having a good
right.
time.
You wouldn't like that.
Ice cream, stuff like that. But anyhow, nutrigenomics. What does that mean? Did you know that what you eat can trigger certain parts of your DNA to say, hey, you eat this, and it triggers your longevity genes?
Really?
To say, hey, you're eating this, let's make you live a little bit longer.
Really?
Or something like that. Let me step off and let him step up.
That's right.
Here's Dr. Matt. We're back. Well, ask Dr. Matt. I've got a question for you today. Sure. Another conversation we had recently. You talked about how eating certain foods triggers your system for longevity. Some things can make you just, it's way over my head, but I want you to listen to him because we're tapping into his mind. You're so interested in the things we put in our body because basically that's what makes us function or not function well.
Every cell in your body is made up of all the foods you eat. And what I tell my patients is every bite of food you take is information. You're talking to your genes. Or it could also be seen as a hormonal event. When you eat something, it's going to be delicious, you're eating it for pleasure, but you're also talking to your body and telling it to do certain things. You're telling certain genes to turn on and certain genes to turn off. Those are going to make you live longer or shorter. make you more healthy or less healthy. So if you learn that language, then you're going to have a big advantage in choosing the foods that you eat. Just to give you an example, there's a gene called a SIRT1 gene, which is a longevity gene. Most people have it and it has a certain amount of activity. You increase that activity if you eat crucifers. Broccoli, kale, cauliflower. Those are excellent foods to eat to increase that gene activity and affect what's called epigenetics. People think that your genes are your destiny. Not really. You have a certain set of genes, but you can turn some on and some off. I have family members that have what's called an ApoE4 gene that leads to early onset dementia and Alzheimer's. But you can turn that down and turn on genes that counteract it, like the SIRT1, by adding the crucifers and avoiding things like sugar and vegetable oils, which we've talked about.
What if you've been really going the wrong way for a long time, and say you're 50 years old, and you put the bad stuff behind and start the good stuff? Can that kind of turn you around, or is it too late at that point?
The best time to plant a tree is 20 years ago. The next best time is today. So the same thing with your eating and talking to your genes. Learning that language and changing what you do now is going to have a big impact. You can definitely undo a lot of the damage you've done if you just learn these basic concepts.
So what would you say are some things that we do need to eat? If you said something about curry.
So curry, yeah, turmeric and curry is another one, just like those crucifers, that has really positive anti-inflammatory effects and turns on genes like that SIRT1. And now, the thing is, you can have overarching recommendations like curry, avoid sugar and vegetable oil, add the crucifers. That's great for everyone. But everyone's genetics is a little bit different as well. So for my patients, I actually test their genome, see what kind of holes they have that we need to plug, and see what is kryptonite to them, and everybody's a little bit different.
Thank you, Dr. Matt.
Thank you.
All right, so what I'm going to do, these are going to be our own private little bowls of goodness.
I like
We're
that.
going to have our little black bean soup along with this.
That's
So I'm going
nice.
to come in the oven, rice in the bottom, put our sausage in the middle,
I like it.
the shrimp around the top. Now we do have a bunch of mud bugs, crawfish, crayfish.
Mud bugs?
You never heard them called mud
No.
bugs? Yeah, so some people call them mud bugs. I want you to look at that. Now,
looks
here's
pretty
what
good.
we're going to do. These are cute as a bug.
Those are really cute.
We're going to take our garlic. That I know you
Yummy.
like.
Try
It's
not
not
to
very
eat it.
romantic though.
Why? Garlic's good for you. Keeps the mosquitoes away.
Keeps me away too.
Oh, really? Okay.
We're going to come back with Mr. Paul Prudhomme. I love that guy. Some of his blackened seasoning. We got our 3 main food groups. Sausage, shrimp, and mud bugs.
Okay.
That's scientific.
That's
Very good,
nice.
Dr. Matt. I know
Yes.
that much. All right, now we're going to set these in the oven at 425, just until that gets nice and hot on the top, and boom, we're ready to go. So
Wonderful.
let's put those in there. Now, here's our bean soup. Won't you try it?
That looks really good.
This goes along with our meal we made tonight.
Oh, wow. That's really
Is that
good.
not
too.
yummy?
That's really good.
Oh,
Wow. Ooh, it's got a good bite to it.
thank
I
you,
like
Chef.
it.
You know who you are.
That's really good.
Now, I want you to try your shrimp.
That's too pretty to eat. Look at this.
Isn't that pretty? I couldn't
Did
resist
you
these little
decorate
pans.
those?
Yes, I did.
Wow, I'm
It's
impressed.
Valentine's. What are you going to do? Who are you going to call?
that's
You like the garlic and butter, don't you?
Oh, that's good. I love the shrimp.
It's garlicky.
That's amazing. Oh, it's so good.
I know you like that
That's good. This shrimp
because
is
you
amazing.
like your garlic. We got our rice, we got our bean soup, we got our shrimp. In a minute, we're going to start ripping off tails and sucking and
Those are good.
getting them all over ourselves. This is a beautiful thing. These are pre-seasoned.
I'll try not to eat all
I
the
get
shrimp.
this from the boys too. You know what?
So good.
Dig in. We got our starch in the bottom. We got our sausage on the top.
You outdid yourself. Happy Valentine's
Well, we
Day.
need one more thing.
What?
A nightcap.
Oh, yeah.
And Alex, I'll bet you, could think of something Valentine-y. Valentine-ish? Valentino?
She's pretty talented, I bet she can.
Valentawakalaka? Well, here's Alex. What are we gonna do today? We got 2, right?
We have
For
two
Valentine's Day,
Valentine's Day cocktails. There's
All right.
no reason not to spoil your loved one.
right.
So you're gonna start with a champagne flute because Valentine's Day, garnished with the strawberry.
Because of Valentine's Day.
This is so easy, everyone should be able to do this. You're gonna start with about a tablespoon or 2 of strawberry puree.
All right.
I just eyeball it. Gonna add in about 3 dashes of chocolate bitters.
Whoa.
So bitters come in all sorts of flavors, so we're gonna do 3 chocolate bitters. Then you are just gonna top it up with cherry L8.
That smells good already, I can smell it.
I like to layer to mix with a little bit of vanilla vodka. Layer it up, and I like to build it in the glass so you don't have to stir it and mess up your garnish.
Just like that?
Just like that. That is called the Love Potion number 8.
Ooh. I don't want the number 9 because I've heard this.
You've heard about the number 9. The number 8's way better.
You know what happens when they kiss the cup. It's over. Wow, that's.
Yeah, don't break
wonderful.
this little bottle of
That's
Love
wonderful.
Potion number 8.
So Alex,
Yes.
I had number 1. Wonderful. What's number 2?
This is called You Had Me at L8. So you're gonna start off with raspberry vodka, just a shot. I'm gonna freehand it here tonight. Just about a shot of raspberry vodka. I get a blend of cranberry pomegranate juice.
Gotcha.
You can do cranberry juice and pomegranate juice, make your own mix, whatever you'd like. This is just a little easier. About 4 ounces or half the glass. And this is it. You just top it off with classic L8 and garnish it with some raspberries. And you have a beautiful Valentine's Day cocktail.
Look at that, how pretty it is. Now, do you have any idea how many drinks that you know how to make?
Oh, hundreds, I would say.
Hundreds,
hundreds.
hundreds.
Yeah, it would have to be
Do
hundreds.
you ever just sit down and improvise? You know, one thing leads to another. You meet somebody and you learn something or you see something, you think, oh, how many of those happy accents have you had? You said, wait a minute, that would be good in there. Then you come up with this great thing.
Hundreds. Probably, yeah. That's yeah, a lot of how I create cocktails.
So once again, happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Now, we like doing live shows. We can't do too many. Logistically, they're tough to do. We have to set up and get, it's a hard task, but we like doing it and people like when we do it. So people have been asking us about when the next show is going to be. Now, we haven't had one for a couple months.
Right.
April, coming up, April 28th.
Should
We're
be
gonna do
nice
this
out.
Outside.
Yeah.
Cowboy cooking. We want you to wear your cowboy hats if you choose to do so. You can wear chaps, ride a horse, I don't care what you do.
I'll ride a horse.
It's going to be in Versailles. It's going to be on the castle grounds, but they have a cabin.
They do.
They have a log cabin. So we're going to be at the cabin cooking on the ground, showing you, this is a cast iron class, okay? So I'm going to be cooking, her and I, in cowboy hats. We might even sing a cowboy song. You play your accordion?
I'll think about it.
Check our Facebook page. We'll tell you when.
Right.
Tim Farmer's Country Kitchen Facebook page. Now, Mrs. Farmer, how in the world would you get on that page? Is it difficult?
No, you hit like.
You do not.
Yes, you do.
Hit like, and we can talk, share recipes, have fun. We always put fun stuff on the page, and we enjoy sharing each other's recipes. And if you really want to get in depth and find gazillions of recipes, where would you go, Ms. Farmer?
I go to timfarmerscountryKitchen.com.
Yes, you do.
I do.
You hit watch, or you hit recipes, there's all kinds of stuff you can do.
I do actually go there.
How-tos, how to make syrup like we did last week.
That's right.
All this great stuff you can do on it. timfarmerscountryKitchen.com. Hit subscribe. That way, when something new comes out, it lets you know. So, Mrs. Farmer,
I've been holding this for a long time.
we have a lot of food to eat here. So, at this point in time, I want to thank Kelly.
That's right.
For letting us use her beautiful kitchen.
She said we could move in forever.
Forever?
Forever.
Our kitchen will be done soon, and it's all about,
Good
as usual,
times.
good friends.
And really good eats. Can I eat?
Yeah, we'll see you next week on Tim Farmer's Country Kitchen.
Oh, wow.
To order a cookbook, please call 502-319-0487 or email timfarmerck@gmail.com.